What's going on, E Nation Army? This is the Empress 1227 here. Welcome back to yet another Diecast haul, and this is a very cool and special and let's just say rare haul too. This time it's not NASCAR, it's not IndyCar, it's nothing like that. This is an ARCA 164 haul special. I got 6 new 1997 ARCA diecasts that I got from eBay. It came in a lot, like 6 cars in one order. Like the eBay seller's selling 6 ARCA cars. So yeah, I'm excited to show it off to you guys. And with that being said, let's begin. Oh yeah, before we get, oh my god, Mia. Before we get to the diecast, the eBay seller also gave me a hero card from ARCA Racing, a dirt late model. Looks like a local. I could be wrong, but either way, this is cool. This is my first hero card in a long time. Honestly, I don't know what to do with it. By the way, this is very cool, so thank you to the eBay seller. Just want to put that out there. Alright, with that being said, let's begin. So first up, we got Marvin Smith's 1997 Riverside Chevy Monte Carlo. I did my best to do some research about all these cars. So yeah. And hopefully, whenever I open the packaging, I can actually keep the packaging and all that. So let's see how that goes. So yeah, very cool that I got all 6 of these ARCA cars. All right, one sec, trying to figure something out. Yeah, it comes with a card as well. Yeah, this is gonna take a while for me to get everything right with no problems. I'm really hoping everything goes smooth sailing when I open these cars up. But I don't know. I guess let's just hope for the best. There we go. So, all right, the Marvin Smith one went well. So let's see what the card looks like. There's Marvin Smith. There's some information about Marvin Smith bio throughout the 1997 season. 21 victories. I guess he was one of the best drivers of the time in ARCA. I really want to get to know more about ARCA in the past. At least it's better back then than now. I'm an ARCA defender, ARCA supporter, but man, to see ARCA the way it is today nowadays, it sucks to see, and I really want the sport to not die. But it's also to look back at ARCA back in the time. So as for this one, it's just orange car. Got these the sponsors as well. Riverside Auto Parts, Shriners Hospital. And one of the cool parts about the ARCA cars is that you got the Auto Value Parts Store sponsors on the windshield. So yeah, and I think these cars look like not Winter Circle Racing Champions cars. I think Lindbergh made these cars. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Hopefully someone can help me out. But yeah, this is very cool. This is Marvin Smith's 1997 Riverside. So yes, in ARCA, like some drivers ran like the older Chevy Monte Carlo and all that. So yeah. Next up, we got Roger Blackstock's 1997 the Kraken Dodge. Yeah, I gotta look into this one, of course. So before Dodge returned NASCAR 2001, apparently we saw some ARCA cars in a Dodge. That's cool. 360 of the box again. Hopefully y'all can see the video good without the flashlights. Alright. Alright. Sorry for like some of the boring parts, like taking cars out of its packaging. So here's the card itself. There's Roger Blackstock. There's information about him. All right. Okay. I thought I said like the Dodge, like what kind of Dodge is it? I don't know if it's a Charger. I'll look into it at some point, of course, if I do a review on these cars. Like a more in-depth of these cars. So yeah. Oh my god. Nope. Alright, so, alright, I got it. 2 for 2. 2 for 2 so far. This is Roger Blackstock's car. I like that it's like one of those generic default liveries with like a generic font. And actually, it's not that generic. I find this font kind of creative. You had the white part of numbers on the number. So, honestly, generic livery, but I'm not complaining. Nothing wrong with generic as long as it's just, like, not boring, I guess. I don't know. Looks like Craft House Corporation made this diecast. I don't know. And apparently, like, the 1997 ARCA cars, the one I'm showing off today in this video are Series 1. So, I don't know if there's, like, a Wave 2, Series 2, something like that. All I know, this is Series 1. So, next up, got a more familiar name in the sport. You got Tim Steele. This is Tim Steele's 1997 HS Die and Engineering Incorporated. Yeah, that did not. Yeah, the die part of the company did not age well. Just need more room. Hang on. Anyway, so yeah, Tim Steele unfortunately passed away, I think, earlier this year. Rest in peace to him. He was one of the best drivers in the sport. And unfortunately, he was gonna do like Cup, but I guess he had some kind of like test injury that got him badly injured. If I recall, I could be wrong. I remember hearing something like that. But yeah. Tim Steele was one of the best drivers of the time in ARCA, and it's unfortunate that he never rose up to the NASCAR ranks, because I think he could have been a good driver. Sadly, some things are not just meant to be. But either way, for Tim Steele, he still made a legendary impact in the sport, which I think deserves to be talked about. Like a lot of people talk about, like Frank Kimmel. But I think like Tim Steele deserves more appreciation at the same level as Frank Kimmel. So yeah. So there is a card of Tim Steele. And at the time, 11 super speedway wins at Pocono, Atlanta, Talladega, Charlotte, Michigan. Unfortunately, it looks like he has never won Daytona. But either way, still a legend in ARCA. So let's open this car up. So here we are. This is Tim Steele's 1997 HS Die and Engineering Incorporated. Like, Tim was known to run the iconic number 16 in the sport. So, yeah. I think he had 41 wins total in his career. So, yeah, I think this is, like, the only car that a lot of people know in ARCA. So, yeah, I'm familiar with Tim Steele. But for the rest, they're first for me, but it's cool that I got to do some research on those drivers. So, yeah, as for Tim Steele, may he rest in peace. May he forever be remembered as an ARCA legend. All right, next up, 3 more to go. We're halfway. Next up, this is Bob Hill's 1997 Advanced Auto Parts Chevy Advanced Auto Parts. To be honest, when I saw this car, I mean, obviously, I was thinking it was Frank Kimmel. Unfortunately, it's not Frank Kimmel. It is Bob Hill. And I'm not saying that that's bad. Oh, like Bob Hill drove it. But I just remember, like, Frank Himmel driving the number 46 Advanced Auto Parts car. I had no idea about Bob Hill. So it looks like this is before Frank Himmel took over this 46 car. Could be wrong. Hopefully, like, some of y'all can help me on the comments below. Alright. Wait, is this the only card that has not the plastic inside the die? Never mind, it does. Sorry. So there's Bob Hill. Some information back here if y'all want to read this. Alright. I wonder if there were more ARCA cars from the 90s, because I found out someone in my Discord server that someone had a 1999, I think, of Andy Belmont AOL car. Apparently that was like a promo. That's all I know, like, one of the ARCA cars I know that was made back then. And speaking of ARCA cars, here's Bob Hill's 1997 Advanced Auto Parts Chevy Monte Carlo. Iconic livery. Mainly thanks to Frank Himmel, but at least the Advanced Auto Parts livery is iconic and rememberable, in my opinion. Still cool to have an Advanced Auto Parts ARCA car. Very cool, very simple, and very iconic. Alright, 2 more to go. Next up, this is Kenny Brown Jr.'s 1997 Napa Auto Care Center. Pontiac Grand Prix. Before Brad Sweet ran the number 99. No. Before Brad Sweet raced the number 49 Napa car in sprint cars, whether it's World of Outlaws or the High Limit Sprint Car Series, Kenny Brown Jr. ran the 49 Napa Auto Care car. How about that? Alright. Alright. So this is the card of Kenny Brown Jr. Let's go to the back. Alright. 1 second. Okay, so I can open this card now. Got 2 more to go. Before we end this video, I know I do apologize for like taking forever. They're not easy to open if you want to like keep them in packaging. So yeah. So here we are. This is Kenny Brown Jr.'s car. I'm not gonna lie, I like the colors of this livery, the black, the white, and the yellow. For some reason, in my opinion, I like that. I know it's not Napa blue or anything. Well, in this case, it's actually Napa black, because the Napa lettering, it's black in this case. I'm not gonna lie, it does work well in a Pontiac Grand Prix, in my opinion. It's actually a cool car. And finally, last but certainly not least, this is John Stradman Jr.'s 1997 BFI Recycling Now Ford Thunderbird. And honestly, when it came to this car, the John Stradman Jr. car, it reminded me of Jason Keller's number 57 Busch Series car when he ran the blue cars like Albertsons. That's what it reminds me of, but I know this is before Keller ran the Albertsons cars and other blue cars. So yeah. Right, one more time. Come on. Best for last. All right, here we are. This is a picture of John Stradman. Here's the back. Oh god, I have like no room to where to put this packaging because it's a mess as it is. I gotta like find which package is which, where it belongs after I finish filming this video. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be tough. So yeah. So here we are. This is John Stradman Jr.'s 1997 BF5 Recycling Now car. But yeah, I like how in this wave, this series of the ARCA 1997 cars, it has a mix of Chevy Monte Carlos, a Pontiacs, a Dodge, and two Ford Thunderbirds. So this one is a very cool car. I like the livery design and the color mix with the blue and the white. Very nice car. So not sure what else to say. It's just like these liveries do look good. These diecasts do look good for 1997. So very awesome to have these cars in my collection. I can't wait to review these ARCA 1997 cars from the first series, the first wave of these cars. I don't know if there's a series 2 or anything like that. I don't know if there are more ARCA cars made after these cars. Unfortunately, I'm not aware. I did some research on if there were more ARCA cars from like the 90s. Besides these 6 cars and Andy Belmont's 1999 AOL Ford, not Ford Thunderbird, not Ford Towers. I don't know, besides the Andy Belmont cars and these cars, I don't know if there are more ARCA cars made. I know there's like a Jeff McClure 1994 FSU car. And there's like other ARCA cars that are like not as known. So yeah, I'm not sure. It's a tough thing to look. I did the best I can. But as for these cars, it's so cool that I got all these 6 ARCA cars from 1997. Like all 6 from this series. I'm honestly lucky and grateful. I can't wait to review these. I know this diecast haul went on longer than it did, and it was kind of sloppy when it came to like opening the packages. Y'all had to see that. But either way, I'm glad to show these off for you. If you want to get these on eBay, well, I guess you gotta be lucky to get them like in more than one car, more than one car in one order for like a reasonable price. So yeah, I got these like $30 total, like the order itself and shipping combined. So yeah, if you all want to get these, I guess y'all gotta be lucky to get like more than one ARCA car in one order to have a reasonable price. So yeah, because if you get one of these cars, chances are you're gonna have like more than $10.50 price total on them. So I recommend like getting like all of them in one order. So yeah. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for another diecast haul. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the Impress 27 signing off. Goodbye, everybody.